Many people ask, when did the Ramayana and the Mahabharata happen? Means that war scene. Basically, there are two sections. Some people believe both these wars are real, and some people think it is a fiction. Whether it is fiction or real, we will not go into that. But if we think, or for some people who think that it's fiction, the story stops there only. There is no point in discussing further. But if we believe that Ramayana and Mahabharata did really happen, then we have to search for scientific evidence. I am a believer, so I will try to search. Many researchers, maybe 100 plus researchers are there. If you Google, you will find nothing hidden. From 1000 BC to 10,000 BC, they are giving dates. Some are giving 21,000 BC, 22,000 BC also. They have their own logic. I have got nothing against anyone. Whatever I am expressing here is my research, same based on all this old research only. I will not take names because I don't want to go into any controversies. I am not interested in that. So how do we see whether this is real or not? First thing is, we have to try and find out archaeological and astronomical evidence for all these events. Okay. Astronomical evidence, problem with astronomical evidence is all astronomical evidence are cyclic. Cyclic means some events happen in 10 years, some events happen in 20 years, some in 100 years, some in 1000 years, and some major events happen in 10,000 years also. Some events are like comets. Comets, some come in 75 years, some come in 100 years, some come in 200 years, and so on and so forth. So cyclic events can keep on happening. So astronomy happens in the sky, in space. So whatever you see in the sky is too far. It is reliable, no doubt about that. But it is one of the evidence. It is not the evidence, right? Then there are ground realities. Ground realities means what? Ki on the ground, on our earth, when was it possible that whatever we are hearing about the stories in Ramayana and Mahabharata, that type of society, when could it have existed on this earth? So we require archaeological evidence or anthropological evidence. How do we find that? Of course, scientific methods are there, and I am going to talk scientifically only. Currently, many people are not aware, means ordinary people, that we are in an ice age. Yes, we are in an ice age which comes under Quaternary period, which began 2.58 million years ago. Right? In that Quaternary period, we have Pleistocene epoch and the Holocene epoch. Holocene epoch is currently running now. We are calling it as the global warming. Everyone is saying global warming, global warming. See, global warming is going on for last 10,000 years. Nearly means. Last glacial maximum or global cooling was around 1 lakh years ago, in the Quaternary period of 2.58 million years ago. Right? I am just giving you a backdrop. We will try to find out when our ancestors, modern Homo sapiens, came into existence. The only logical period we can see they could have come into existence was from 10,000 to 15,000 BCE, before current era. Current era means now, which is going on. So 10 to 15,000 BCE, it is possible that our modern ancestors roamed on this earth. One problem in this period is this is the Pleistocene epoch. There we have one major event which is called as the Younger Dryas area or the Younger Dryas region, which is around 12,000 to 13,000 BC. There was sudden global cooling during that period. Everything went down. Everything cooled too much. In this intermittent period of global warming, 12,000 to 13,000 BC, there was a global cooling period. Problem is, many chronologists are trying to date Ramayana, which is older than Mahabharata. We assume that in 10,000 to 15,000 BCE. This is archaeologically and anthropologically not possible. If we refer to Darwin's theory and Mendel's laws, the type of society which existed in our Ramayana, the modern society, warfare, chariots, bows, arrows, and of course some claim that they were using atomic weapons also. I have got nothing against all these things because I am a believer basically. I am just trying to put it scientifically. So if you are assuming that they are having modern warfare, more or less 10 to 15,000 BCE period and around 12 to 13,000 especially. 12 to 13,000 is not possible that this type of society could exist because it was a global cooling period. Modern Homo sapiens were there 10,000 to 15,000 BCE, no doubt about it. There are proofs also worldwide, all on our earth basically. So archaeologically, anthropologically, it is not possible that a modern society which is depicted in the Ramayana is possible in 10,000 to 15,000 BCE. Many persons claim about the Rig Vedic rivers. See, I am not going into the details of all these rivers. There are 7 rivers called as Sapta Sindhus. But this is not the topic here. Problem with hydrological evidence which tells us whether the rivers flew underground, were flowing underground or not, is because of anomalous behavior of ice, say from 0 to 4 degrees centigrade. It is quite likely, like in our North Pole where the polar bear is there, and in the South Pole where penguins exist, it is full of ice caps. But below the ice caps, there are fishes and many life forms which are below the ice. And above the ice, as per the seasons, 6 months of days and 6 months of nights on both poles. The polar bear life cycle is there. On the south, penguin life cycle is there. And we managed to stay there also. We have to understand that even using modern technology, our soldiers and scientists who are doing experiments on the North Pole and the South Pole, it is very difficult to survive there using modern equipments. So it is difficult to believe that during Ice Age, persons like societies like Ramayana or Mahabharata could exist. It is difficult because 10,000 to 15,000 BCE, it is a period of hunter-gatherers, Homo sapiens, and maybe a transient mixed features. In Ramayana, we are seeing primates, monkeys, apes. Monkeys have tails. Apes do not have tails. Apes are tall. Monkeys are short. During that phase in the Ramayana, we can see we have monkeys, monkey man, man monkeys, ape man, man apes, and various primates. So we have to look for evidence about this also. When could have this type of mixed breed of apes and monkeys existed, who were physically strong also, as good as human beings, and mentally intelligent also. And human beings also coexisted, intelligent human beings without tails. So this is logically, means anthropologically, not possible from 10,000 to 15,000 BCE. Only period where this type of mixed breed can exist is the Holocene period, which we are into now, but we started in 10,000 BCE. Till date, we are into the Holocene epoch. So 5,000 to 10,000 BCE, it is possible that mixed breed of primates, means monkey man, man monkeys, ape man, man apes, vultures, very large and big vultures. It is possible they existed during around 5,000 to 10,000 BC. Regarding large elephants, mammoths, we have seen that animated movie of Ice Age, where that mammoth is there, huge mammoth with huge tusk. It became extinct in 10,000 BC. Before that, 10,000 to 15,000 BC, in the Pleistocene epoch, mammoths and whatever you saw in that film of mammoth, the existence period of that is around 10,000 to 15,000 BCE. So mammoths and those ice age animals became extinct during or before 10,000 BC. Maybe a few survived in 9,000 BC, 8,000 BC, but majority of them were wiped out during 10,000 to before 10,000 BC. Maybe a meteor must have struck, maybe the sudden temperature changes of ice age into global warming. It became too warm for them because they were surviving in ice age. Like our polar bears cannot survive in our desert conditions, or if you bring our penguins in desert conditions, they will die. Similarly, when sudden climatic changes happen, these animals may have become extinct because of various reasons. Now another point is, why these climates change? It depends upon the Milankovitch cycle. Milankovitch cycle is an extremely complicated cycle. He is a Russian scientist. He was a Russian scientist. But that is not the topic here. It is a 4 lakh year cycles in the long run, 4 lakh year cycles, which is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 lakhs years. And that 1 lakh year is divided into 25,000 4 parts, 25 to 50, 75 and 1 lakh. So that 4 lakh year cycle directly coincides with a Jupiter-Venus effect on our Earth. This Jupiter-Venus effect on our Earth has a 4 lakh year cycle which coincides with Milankovitch cycle. Okay, it is complicated, I understand. But this Jupiter-Venus cycle has been geologically proved in New York, Newark and New Jersey. There is geological evidence that this 4 lakh year cycle remains constant for one galactic year, means nearly 250 million years. Why I am repeating this 4 lakh year cycle? Because in our culture, we have 4 yugas: Sat Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga, which is on now. So Kali Yuga is supposed to last for 4 lakh plus years, then multiples, 4 2s are 8. So Dwapar Yuga is for 8 lakh plus years, then Treta Yuga is for 16 lakh plus years or 12 lakh plus years. So that is 4, 8, 12 and 16. So Sat Yuga lasted for 16 lakh plus years. So this 4 lakh year Yuga cycle, as per our Hindu calendars, many people are unnecessarily denying this, when there is clear evidence that this 4 lakh years Yuga cycle directly coincides with the Jupiter-Venus effect of 4 lakh years on the Earth, which has been proved. There is geological evidence, and this is directly proportional or maybe approximately proportional to the Milankovitch cycle. Here we have to consider the precision of equinox, the obliquity of the Earth, and the seasonal changes. See, mind you, it is very difficult to understand. On our Earth, season changes because the Earth is tilting like this and like this, it is tilting. That is called, it is a combination of precision of equinox and obliquity of the Earth. Okay. At the same time, our Earth is going away from the Sun in a cyclic period, and even that affects the season. Distance from the Sun will affect the season. And supposing now if you are having in first quarter of this any year, any calendar year, January, February, March, some specific season, right? This will not remain constant for thousands of years. 2000 years back, maybe whatever season we had in the last quarter of our year, current calendar year, they may be having in the first quarter of their calendar year. So calendar year means I am considering current calendars which we are using, English calendar basically. So seasons will not remain in the same months for calendars which are thousands of years ago. So the rainy season will shift. All seasons will shift as the calendar goes back or goes ahead, especially in 2000 years time. So seasonal shift, that means what? Currently whatever seasons we were having, in whatever months, these same seasons were not there in that specific month. Seasons were there during Ramayana also, seasons were there during Mahabharata also, but the months were not same. The months were different because the distance from the Earth at that point of time, which is called as the Milankovitch cycle, was different. So now once we understand that this ice age, we are currently into an ice age which is known as the Quaternary period, and into the Holocene epoch which is currently on. Okay. So the only possibility of society like Ramayana existing is from 5000 to 10,000 BC. So if you go for an average, it is 7,500. Okay. So now when is this type of society possible? In 7,000, 7,500 or 8,000? Probability is 7,000 BC. Means because we have to consider the primates also. Only astronomical evidence is not sufficient. In the Ramayana, it is clearly mentioned, Lord Rama was born when all the planets were exalted. Okay. Planets were exalted means Lord Rama, Bharat, Shatrughan, Lakshman, even Bajrang Bali, Lord Hanumana, is supposed to have born during the same month in which Lord Rama was born. See, same month. I am not saying same day. Same month means Ramayana, means Ram, Lord Rama, Bharat, Shatrughan, and Lakshman, and Lord Bajrang Bali also. Same month. Where was the sun? Exalted sun is in Aries. These are astrological things. I am not going to go into the details. I am just giving some highlights. So if we consider astronomical evidence, exalted planets conditions can also come in a cyclic way. So it is possible that exalted planets are in 1000 BC, 2000 BC, 3000 BC, 4000 BC, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, because it is cyclic. So does it mean that during all these times they were born? No. Because that is the problem with astronomical evidence. Like full moon and new moon keeps on repeating. It is cyclic. All planets are moving around the sun in specific years. Jupiter takes 12 years, our Earth takes 1 year, Saturn takes 30 years, revolution around the sun. That is cyclic. Distance may vary. So cyclic evidence, astronomical evidence cannot be the evidence, because ground realities have to be there. If we are going to consider the Rigvedic rivers, because rivers will flow underground during ice age because of the anomalous behavior of water. So around 10,000 to 15,000 BC, maybe the rivers flowed, but they were underground. So there will be hydrological evidence for flowing of rivers. But that doesn't mean that above the ground there was a modern culture like Ramayana. Maybe hunter-gatherers were there, our modern Homo sapiens may be roaming around. Maybe they were modern enough, they may have made tools also. See, we can, means there are proofs for all these things. So no point in repeating what you already know. So when will these rivers flow? They will flow when there is global warming in the real sense. So the Holocene period of global warming began around 10,000 BC. So from 10,000 BC, I remember watching a movie called as 10,000 BC. And it is really good. You can watch that movie. I am not promoting it, it is very old. I have watched it in my teenagers. I got nothing to do with that movie, but I just recall that 10,000 BC a movie was there. And they have more or less depicted the culture very nicely. So 10,000 BC, because of global warming, there was a global melting of ice caps which flooded the rivers below in our sub-Himalayan regions. So when we come to the Himalayas and the Himalayan regions, around 10,000 BC, it is likely that our India was near to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka was more near to the equator, and the Himalayas were near to India and shorter. So the flora and fauna was also different. This I am trying to depict a period of 5,000 to 10,000 BC, and I am sticking on an average 7,500 BC. What may be the scene? So if this is true, and if all these things existed, then they have to exist the Rigvedic rivers, powerful flowing Rigvedic rivers. Some people are claiming that it was flowing during 21,000, means 15 to 20,000 BC also. They are giving hydrological evidence. See, I am telling, hydrological evidence, rivers can flow below the ice. During ices also, like there is water in our North Pole and South Pole also, below the ice. Whales are there, seals are there, sea lions are there. There are so many forms of animals which are currently surviving on the North Pole and the South Pole. So I am not denying, but all this scene is under the ground or under the ice. In ice age, it is not possible for ordinary human beings to survive. As I said, that even today, our powerful soldiers and scientists with modern technology cannot survive or live a natural life on the north and the south poles. They require controlled environments. They cannot move around easily. So just imagine Ramayana-like cultures during Pleistocene era, Pleistocene epoch. Means when? During 10,000 to 15,000 BC. It is not possible. There were hunter-gatherers, they were staying in the caves most probably, because caves provided them with warmth. And there may be some mixed breed of animals. 10,000 to 15,000 BC, mammoths also existed. So there were very large animals, and they could have easily killed us, and they nearly killed us also. But we are as usual clever. We are so intelligent human beings that now we are on the verge of destroying ourselves. God save us. Means this is another topic. But coming back to our Ramayana, now only probability of considering the exalted planets definition and ground realities of archaeology and the ice age, the probability of Ramayana happening is around 7000 BC plus minus 100 years. And when these great events happen, there is astronomical evidence within the books of Ramayana and within the books of Mahabharata also that great conjunctions were taking place. Great conjunctions means basically Jupiter and Saturn, they are in the same sign, very close to each other. Great occultations also take place of Jupiter and Saturn, but they are very rare. Means in around plus minus 1 lakh years time, occultations, only 42 great occultations can take place. So you can understand how much rare it is. Great occultations are very rare. It is possible that Ramayana and Mahabharata happened during these great occultations also. But these are possibilities. All evidence are weak or no evidence. Okay. So, if great occultations or great conjunction of Jupiter Saturn usually take place in multiples of 20 years plus minus 1 year. So, in 2020 it happened, in 2000 it happened, now next it will happen in 2040, then in 2060, and in the 60 years cycle it will happen in the same sign, and this keeps on repeating. Please note, means 0 years, 20 years, 40 years, 60 years, 80 years, 100 years, means 0 years again. It is cyclic. So, the probability of Ramayana happening is 7000 plus minus 100 years. Total period of Ramayana means from birth of Rama to the war. I am taking 100 years. See, some people say Rama lived for 10,000 years and he ruled for 10,000 years. Maybe his generations ruled for 10,000 years. But a human being living for 10,000 years is illogical. 10,000 years, even in current date with the progress of medical science, we are not able to survive for 100 years in a correct manner, healthy lifestyle means. People live for 100 years, but they are old, sick, means they may be weak. 10,000 years life is very big. See, even 100 years is very large. Claiming that a specific being lives for 10,000 years is illogical. But yes, maybe assuming he may have lived for 100 years, and maybe generations ruled, his son, and so on and so forth. So that I agree. So 7,000 plus minus 100 years. So 6,900 years to 7,100 years can be the period of Ramayana. And during that time we can take 0, 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100 as the great conjunctions during which these major events may have happened. Evidence is weak. I am not making any claims. Now, after understanding the change of season, the Milankovitch cycle, our Yuga system, we will come to Mahabharata. There is a big gap between Ramayana and Mahabharata. Ramayana is older, no doubt. Rigvedic period time, more or less. In Mahabharata also, which is depicted in more modern manner as compared to the Ramayana, right? We have watched on our televisions, movies. Ramayana is slightly older technology. Means maybe Ramayana was using 1G technology and Mahabharata they are using 5G or 6G technology or maybe 10G technology. Even their atomic explosions and all these things are claimed. These are claims. See, for a person who thinks this is fiction, the topic is closed. There is no point in discussing. I am not discussing who think that all this is fiction. I am discussing this believing that this is not fiction, or maybe it is half fiction and half reality. This possibility is there. So when is the probable time that Mahabharata happened? Here also people are giving dates from 1000 BC to 10,000 BC. I don't understand the logic. When you are giving dates, you should be aware of the ground realities. Only certain astronomical evidence that the Mahabharata war took during the Amavas, they say, when nearly all planets were in the same sign. Which sign and all that things, we will not go into that because anyway we will not understand that. But This is astronomical evidence, and as I said, astronomical evidence are cyclic. They will keep on repeating for every 1000 years or 100 years. But there has to be some ground realities, some evidence. See, I myself believe that absence of proof is not proof of absence. I agree with that. Maybe tomorrow we will come up with evidence, because gravitational ripples, a theory which was hypothesis for 100 years back, it is just now proved, maybe yesterday or just yesterday, or this in 2020 or 2019, they proved that gravitational ripples exist. You can Google, means I will not go into the details, that is not my topic. But it took 100 years to prove something which hypothetically they believed, and now it is proved. Currently the most popular thing which is going on is the warriors of Sinoli, around 3000 they are claiming, and many people are excited and think maybe this is the Mahabharata time. Maybe it is there. Evidence is weak. Evidence is there, but it is weak. So if you understand that 3000 BC, if Mahabharata is happening, the probability of Mahabharata happening is from any time between 1000 to 5000 BC. So now if I take the average, it is around 2000 to 3000 BC. If Mahabharata had happened in 2000 BC, we would have definitely had proof, archaeological evidence. Not controversial evidence, clear evidence. If this would have happened in 2000 BC, but evidence is not clear. So we go to 3000 BC. Probability of these warriors of Sinoli, we can see. So 3000 BC plus minus 100 year, so 2900 to 3100 BC. It seems probability of astronomical and archaeological evidence which is available, weak evidence which is available, is around 2900 to 3100. So around 3000 BC. We can consider these warriors of Sinolis also. Considering, we are not taking it for granted. Experts will prove that. Okay. But so roughly we can say Mahabharata happened around 3000 BC and Ramayana around 7000 BC. For this, we should have supporting archaeological, anthropological, hydrological, paleontology and astronomical evidence. All evidence should match. Only one evidence and we can't say Eureka and roam around nude. I have found evidence, I have found evidence. No. All evidences should point to one place. So if you look at that, it is clear that Indus Valley culture, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, if you look into the evidence, archaeological evidence, which initially started, we got in 1920. Most of the part is in Pakistan and Afghanistan and in our northwest India. Okay. So Indus Valley culture, we have proof, clear proof, maybe weak, like in medicine we say mild, moderate and severe. We have mild proof, moderate proof and severe proof also we have. So Indus Valley culture, or which is known as the Sindhu Saraswati culture or the Rigvedic rivers culture, we have archaeological evidence of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. There are many movies and documentaries available which is clearly taking weekly from 1000 BC to 10,000 BC. This is weak evidence, okay. But where is the period where the evidence is very clear and gathered and focused? So from 2500 BC to 7500 BC, and I will extend to 8000 BC, and 2500 BC I will reduce to 3000 BC. So from 3000 BC to 8000 BC, we have clear evidence in the northwestern part of India, archaeological evidence of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, which clearly states that some cultures and the warriors of Sinoli also, like Ramayana and Mahabharata were definitely possible during this Indus Valley culture. They may be contemporary, they may be same also, or maybe that our Ramayana started with the Indus Valley culture, or our Indus Valley culture started or ended with the Ramayana in the initial periods, right? And our Indus Valley culture ended with the Mahabharata. Because after Mahabharata, we have no evidence. So we have to be very clear that Ramayana began with our Indus Valley culture, and our Indus Valley culture ended with the Mahabharata. So beginning of our Indus Valley culture, or maybe precursor to Indus Valley culture, was Ramayana, and the end of our Indus Valley culture was Mahabharata. So roughly from 1000 to 10,000 BC, I have tried to cover a very large period. Evidence is weak or medium but not strong. But yes, Indus Valley culture evidence and current Sinori, warriors of Sinori evidence is there. These are not my personal claims. These are claims which experts are making. I am just trying to put two and two together and trying to place Ramayana and Mahabharata with respect to the Indus Valley culture, because that is the only culture in our country which the whole world knows. And in archaeology, as we go ahead, proofs will come, because we cannot dig grounds everywhere, because now currently cities are there, villages are there, people will not permit us to go below the ground. We don't have technology to take X-rays of the ground, means we can take from satellite photos the upper versions, but we don't have anything like sonography to go below the ground and try to find out whether there are cities existing. So if maybe a major earthquake takes place, and if the lower ground comes up with some evidence, we will have. But as on date, I am sure that if we consider astronomical evidence given in the Mahabharata within the text, astronomical evidence given in the Ramayana within the text, archaeological evidence existing on the ground, not hypothetical, paleontological evidence and hydrological evidence. See, even carbon dating is not reliable after say around 10,000, 20,000 or 40,000 years. It gives us an average timing, average date. It cannot be very specific when we go back into antiquity. Means when we are going for 10,000 BC, 20,000 BC, 30,000 BC, carbon dating fails, or it will give weak evidence. Experts can put more light on this. This I am trying to put up my research of nearly 20 years based on many other researchers. I am not taking names because I don't want to go into any controversies, because I have got nothing against anyone. What I want is, you can't take only one evidence. You get astronomical evidence and you start shouting Eureka, Eureka. You get archaeological evidence and start shouting Eureka, Eureka. You get paleological evidence, you get hydrological evidence. These are single evidences and you start shouting Eureka, Eureka. But when we put all these evidence together, the chronology should fall in place. Chronology means dating all these events. When you are dating, it is a scientific thing. You cannot have one evidence in 10,000 BC, another evidence in 20,000 BC, third evidence in 5,000 BC, and fourth evidence in 3,000 BC. This individual evidence is called as weak evidence. And you cannot ignore Milankovitch cycle. Seasonal changes have to be considered. We have to consider that. Without considering the seasonal change, effects of the climatic changes, and you cannot ignore the ice age. You cannot live in an imaginary world and think that Ramayana and Mahabharata type of culture existed during ice age. People say it happened 1 lakh years back. It is not possible. 1 lakh years back, we had the last glacial maximum, or global cooling was there. Global cooling means very severe ice age. As I said, if we don't know, you cannot imagine what ice age is. But we know that Some Ice Age is something like our North Pole and South Pole, 100 times worst. Now just imagine surviving in 100 times worse conditions compared to North Pole and South Pole. So we cannot talk about one evidence and claim that our research is over. I think time will tell. Time and tide wait for no one. With time, these weak evidences will become strong evidence. And then we can definitely see, as on date, after studying hundreds of research papers of hundreds of people, which are available on Google, and trying to place their evidences together, each person's evidence together, and archaeological evidence in our country, which is there. Latest is Warriors of Sinoli, and 1920 itself, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro was found. Now it is 2020, so nearly 100 years have passed, and yet we have not been able to excavate ground realities, because it is not easy to excavation. Excavation is not digging roads like our municipality digs roads and then again fills it back. It is not easy. It is a very tedious task. It takes 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 100 years also. So for a weak evidence to become strong evidence, we will have to wait. So roughly, I will conclude. I think our Indus Valley culture begins with the Ramayana and ends with the Mahabharata. I rest my case on this. All the evidence, I am again repeating, is weak or medium, but archaeological evidence is there about Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, which goes from nearly 1000 BC to 10,000 BC, but I will cut it short to 2500 to 7500 BC. You can Google, it's not a big thing. So we will wait and watch for further proofs, stronger evidence, which will come when our experts will work hard and try to find out what is going on in the real sense. Otherwise, all other claims of Ramayana and Mahabharata happening in 10,000 to 15,000 BC, 15,000 to 20,000 BC, 20,000 to 25,000 BC, means they are illogical. It's not possible. So I rest my case herein. And my request to all, before you like, comment, share or subscribe, please first understand the topic. Understand the topic. I know it is heavy, it is not for every person. And if you are subscribing, rest assured means I am not here to give you cheap entertainment. If you are looking for that, I think you should stay away from me. If you are looking for free and cheap entertainment, means my videos are not the right videos. This is for serious people, serious thinkers. Means this is not a TV or movie channel or a web series. Please note, I am not insulting them. I myself watch TV, movie and web series, but that is for entertainment. That is not a serious thing. I like serious discussions. So understand, and then you can comment, like, dislike, no issues. Bricks and bouquet, both are welcome. I am a democratic person. I believe in secular democracy also. I am a religious person, but I am not a fanatic. I believe I am not a superstitious person also. I think good things we should accept from all religions, and bad things we should not accept from our religion also. Good things acceptable from anywhere and everyone. Bad things not acceptable. So I rest my case. Think and keep thinking, because you think, so you are. God bless.